So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how self-improvement and goal setting can actually ruin your life and make you feel worse than when you started off. I'm going to be sharing with you 6 key points that you need to be aware of so that you don't fall into the trap that so many have fallen, myself included. So keep watching to find out what they are. And if you're new here, my name is Sushila, and on this channel, we talk about how to transform your thoughts, your habits, and your life to become the best version of yourself. So if this type of content interests you, do subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up so it can reach more people. And yes, before we get started, I also want to say that, as always, whatever resonates with you in this video, take it, otherwise leave it. So let's start with key point number 1, which is why do we want to improve ourselves? Why are we getting into self-improvement in the first place? So without being aware of it, a lot of us want to improve ourselves because we feel that there is something wrong with us, that there is something that we need to fix, that we are not worthy, that we are not enough. But it really isn't a good starting point to judge ourselves and to think that there's something wrong that we need to fix. If we have this belief about ourselves that there's something wrong with us, then there's always going to be something that we're going to find that's going to make us feel that we are not worthy, we're not enough, and we're never going to be satisfied no matter how much progress we make. So what's the solution? Most of us do not accept and really love ourselves. We need to realize that there is nothing wrong with us and that we are complete human beings who don't need to be fixed. If right now you aren't the person that you really want to be, the person that you dream of, your dream perfect self, you are still a complete human being who deserves all the best in life. And instead of focusing on what you lack, what you suck at, and what you can't do, focus on expanding yourself and what you are good at, and your talents and your skills, and what you can give to the world, your passion, your inner truth, your heart that you want to share with the world. Focus on bringing out more of the side of yourself that you want to enhance. So it's important to not feel like you only deserve a good life, you only deserve to be happy once you've changed, once you become the version of yourself that you want to be. No, you deserve to be happy right now. And key point number 2 is to avoid becoming obsessed with yourself. I'm sure that you've met someone in your life who is on the journey to enlightenment or who are constantly working on themselves, but don't even know how to be a decent human being towards others, don't know how to treat other people right. And they are so focused on themselves and on their own obsession about themselves to become better that they forget everything around them, and they forget the world, that they are a part of the world, and they just become so self-centered that it becomes super toxic. And this is a topic that I want to talk about more. I'm going to make a separate video of this completely, how toxic it can be too obsessed with yourself and your own growth and your own self-improvement journey. But for now, this is all I wanted to say. Let's move on to key point number 3. The third key point where things can really go wrong is when we set goals for ourselves and we think that, okay, once I reach this goal, I'm going to allow myself to be happy. And this again happens very subconsciously. We might not be aware of it at all, but we're like, okay, I am going to feel good. I'm going to feel at peace once I reach this goal. But then when we reach that goal, we set another goal for ourselves and the whole thing starts all over again. And so often we feel that we don't deserve to take a break. We don't deserve to be happy right now. We can only be happy once we reach this and this goal. Some goals can take years to accomplish, but we don't even know how many years we have left. So how does it make sense to put off our happiness? Because we never know when we're going to go. It's important to know that, okay, I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm moving forward, and I've set my goal and I want to reach it. But I am okay if things change, and I'm okay with even stopping in the middle because I accept myself as I am, and I know that I can be happy in this moment. Stop putting our happiness off for the future and to allow ourselves to be happy in the moment. It's okay to set goals as long as we're not blindly running towards them. The key point number 4 is that you're trying to make progress to prove it to yourself or to someone else. And this happens when we have a limiting belief about ourselves or we think that others do, and we try to prove ourselves and to correct it. So we set off to become something else, something that we're not, and we try so hard to prove ourselves that we get lost in the process. And we start being so hard on ourselves that we don't even know what we're doing it all for. And then at some point you might realize that this is not who I am. This is not how I want to live my life. I was just trying to prove to someone else or myself. What's the solution to this? To sit down and to truly reflect and think, what do I want in life? What is the person that I want to be? How do I want to live my life? How do I want to feel? How do I want to act and behave? And is what I am right now aligned with that and the direction that I'm going in? Am I trying to prove to anyone something, or am I actually doing it for the right reasons? And key point number 5 is that you're following everyone else's advice, but you're not really going within and thinking if this really even applies to you. So it's amazing. Nowadays, we have so many gurus and life coaches and mentors and teachers. And these teachers, they can inspire us, they can empower us. But the problem is that we often take what we learn so literally, and we don't realize that something that works for someone might not work for us. We need to apply it to our lives to actually go within and feel, is this right for me? Does this feel like something that I want to do? Because when we follow someone blindly, we're giving our power away completely. We may even think that others know us better than we know ourselves, which is a huge mistake, in my opinion. In the process of just following others' advice, we might completely lose ourselves. We stop listening to the inner voice that's telling us that, hey, this is not what we should be doing. At the end of the day, you know what is best for you better than anyone else, and you are the expert and authority of your own life. You can attend all the courses, read all the books from whoever you feel that inspires and motivates you, but at the end of the day, you have to make the decisions for yourself. I think so many people are suffering today and in pain because they are not really taking responsibility for their lives and listening to their inner voice. So this is something really important to be aware of, that you don't fall into this trap when you are on your self-improvement journey. And key point number 6 is to move from a place of love and self-expression instead of pressuring yourself to be perfect. So sadly, self-improvement can often become something where we are so obsessed with pressuring ourselves instead of allowing ourselves to listen to ourselves, to listen to our heart, and to move from a place of love, not from a place where we are like, narrow minded and just seeing things in one way that someone else has told us, or that we have decided that this is how things should be. Having everything too planned ahead can stop us from actually finding our path and what really feels right for us. We need to feel our way forward and to learn to live with uncertainty. However, that said, I always get it wrong. Instead of moving from a place where you're pressuring yourself to become better, try to move from a place of love where you are free to express yourself, to learn and grow, and to make mistakes. So that's it. I hope you found some insight in these key points that I shared with you. Today's video was actually inspired by this amazing TED Talk that I watched a few days ago. So if you're interested, I'll leave the link in the description and you can check it out. Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, do subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. It will really mean a lot to me. And as you can see, I've decided to include my babies in the videos from now on, at least give it a try. They're all sleeping. There's 9 all together. So you can see a few heads there. You can see Lila's butt over there, and I'll maybe introduce them to you in another video soon. If you want to, let me know. But anyways, I will catch you in the next video. Bye.